A terrifying new report has come out from the House Oversight and Reform Committee, which shows that members of the Trump administration attempted to give nuclear technology and possibly even nuclear secrets to Saudi Arabia in what many are calling possibly great violations of U.S. law. The move to provide the absolute monarchy with nuclear secrets was so alarming to the White House that reports cite multiple whistleblowers who raised ethical and legal concerns about the process. The report came Tuesday from the committee chairman, Elijah Cummings. They have warned about political appointees ignoring directives from top ethics advisors of the White House who repeatedly and unsuccessfully ordered senior Trump administration officials to halt their efforts. They have also warned of conflicts of interest among top White House advisors that could implicate federal criminal statutes. Now, the two major players who are responsible for the attempt to transfer this kind of nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia has been retired General Michael Flynn, who is now serving a prison sentence. The other is Thomas Barak, who was the chairman of the Trump Inauguration Committee. For about 7 months in 2016, including the presidential transition, Flynn served as an advisor to IP3 International, a private company seeking to build nuclear plants in Saudi Arabia. Flynn continued to advocate for IP3's plan even after he joined the White House as the president's national security advisor in 2017. Now, the Atomic Energy Act of the United States says that it requires the approval of Congress for any transfer of nuclear technology to another country. However, Derek Harvey, a senior member of the National Security Council, says that this would be happening anyway, and he had said behind closed doors that it was a done deal regardless of what U.S. law actually says. The committee announced that it intends to launch an investigation into this matter to determine whether the actions being pursued by the Trump administration are in the national security interests of the United States, or rather serve those who stand to gain financially as a result of this potential change in U.S. foreign policy. Now, there's no doubt that this is going to be a very controversial move. As it stands, Saudi Arabia is one of the most brutally repressive regimes in the entire world. It is an absolute monarchy which intends to stay that way. Now, essentially, every human rights group around the world denounces them for the terrible human rights abuses that take place in the country. We should also note that Saudi-U.S. relations are not in a very good position right now, as there is still a great deal of hostility over the killing of the Washington Post journalist Jamal Khashoggi. And with this context, we see that this is going to be something that is very controversial. I mean, we know that in this situation, there is no doubt going to be a use of nuclear technology against the neighbors of Saudi Arabia in order to fulfill U.S. foreign policy. Most obviously, this technology would be used against Iran. So while Iran is not allowed to produce any kind of nuclear weapons to defend themselves against attacks by other countries, it seems that the Trump administration is willing to openly violate the law in order to give that kind of nuclear technology to Saudi Arabia. Any attempt to do so by the Saudis would no doubt increase the antagonisms that currently exist across the geopolitical situation of the Middle East. Jason Unruhe, MRN, Niagara Falls.
Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.